It's 3 a.m. The power has been out for 3 weeks. Then you hear it, the sound of glass breaking downstairs. Someone just broke in. Now your heart is hammering against your ribs so hard it hurts. You reach for that shiny, expensive pistol you bought because a guy on YouTube with a beard told you it was mil-spec. You aim at the shadow in the hallway. You pull the trigger. Click. A jam. Probably because you bought cheap ammo, or maybe because your hands are shaking violently. It doesn't matter why. What matters is the shadow is sprinting at you, and you are holding a 2-pound paperweight. Congratulations, you just became a statistic. You fell for the biggest lie in the survival industry, the idea that ballistics replaces competence. You watched John Wick, you scroll through tactical TikTok, and you convinced yourself that when society collapses, you'd be clearing rooms like a Navy SEAL. Here is the reality check your ego doesn't want to hear. Guns are loud. They require fine motor skills that vanish when you're terrified, and bullets are finite. In a long-term collapse, a gun is a dinner bell for everyone within 2 miles who wants your rations. But if you think your little stockpile of 9mm makes you a god, stop watching this video and go write your will. Make sure to leave the gate unlocked so the rest of us don't have to break it down to loot your corpse. But if you want to know what actually keeps you breathing when the ammo runs dry and the world gets quiet, then listen up, because today I am teaching you 5 improvised weapons that beat guns in a real collapse. Weapon 1, the spear, aka the weapon that conquered the planet before gunpowder. Here is the common sense lie you've been fed. Movies have convinced you that close quarters combat looks like a choreographed knife fight. You think you're going to pull out your hunting knife and wrestle a bad guy into submission. Let me hit you with this scientific slap, because in a knife fight, the loser dies in the street, the winner dies in the ambulance. If you get within arm's reach of a desperate stranger, you are going to get cut. Infections in a post-collapse world are a death sentence. We don't have antibiotics anymore, remember? A scratch from a dirty blade means you die of sepsis 2 weeks later, screaming in a fever dream. The solution is reach. It's simple geometry. Duct tape that expensive hunting knife to a sturdy mop handle, a curtain rod, or a piece of rebar. Now you have 4 feet of distance between your vital organs and his. You can poke holes in him and he can't touch you. It's cowardly, it's unfair, and it's beautiful. Next up, let's talk about accuracy. Weapon 2, the Molotov cocktail. Movies made you believe you can hit a moving target at 50 yards under extreme stress. Plot twist. You can't. Here is the science. When your adrenaline dumps, your vision tunnels and your hands turn into flippers. Aiming requires precision, and precision will be the last thing you will have in a stressful situation. But you see, fire does not require precision. Fire is psychological warfare. Humans have a primal lizard brain fear of burning, and that's where the Molotov cocktail comes in handy. Not the garbage kind you see in movies where they just use whiskey. Alcohol burns too fast. You need sticky fire. Dissolve styrofoam in gasoline until it turns into a thick gelatinous sludge. Put that in a bottle with a rag. When this hits a surface or a person, it sticks and burns for a long time. It denies area, it blocks hallways, it forces the enemy to panic. If you play Call of Duty, then you know what I mean. And hey, if you ever used a Molotov cocktail against an enemy in-game, then hit the like button. It helps the algorithm find other people like us. Now, let's talk about blunt force trauma. Weapon 3, the flail. In a fight, whoever delivers the most trauma wins, but here is the lie. Some people think they can punch someone out in one go. I blame Hollywood for this one. In reality, punching someone in the head without gloves usually breaks your hand, and if you break your hand in the apocalypse, you can't chop wood, you can't carry water, and you die. The science is kinetic energy equals mass times velocity squared. You need leverage. You need to multiply the force of your swing without putting your own meat hooks in danger. The solution is take a heavy padlock, a large rock, or a handful of D batteries, put them in a long sock tube or tie them to the end of a cord. This is essentially a DIY flail. When you swing this, the centrifugal force generates enough power to crack a skull like a walnut. It's quiet, it's reusable, and it doesn't jam. Plus, it looks unassuming until you start swinging it. It turns you into a human windmill of pain. Next up, let's talk about the blinder. Weapon 4, the wasp spray flamethrower. Let's address the fair fight fallacy, shall we? I don't know who convinced a lot of people that they should fight with honor. If someone kicks in your door, you should square up like a gentleman. Whoever has this mentality will definitely die on day 1 of the apocalypse. Here is the fact. Honor is for people who have hospitals. We are trying to survive. The OODA loop, meaning observe, orient, decide, act, is how the brain processes combat. If you can blind your enemy, you break their OODA loop. They can't fight what they can't see. The solution is high-pressure wasp spray. This stuff shoots a stream 20 feet. It's filled with neurotoxins designed to drop insects instantly. If you hit a human in the eyes with this, they are effectively blind for 45 minutes. If you're feeling particularly nasty, tape a windproof lighter to the nozzle. Now you have a 20-foot flamethrower. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm saying physics allows you to do that. Do with that information what you will. Finally, the ultimate tool. Weapon 5, the framing hammer. You see, tactical bros will have you believe the lie that you need a tactical tomahawk. You know, the ones painted matte black, sold to guys who have never chopped a piece of wood in their lives. They look cool, but they get stuck in things. Here is what you need instead. A framing hammer, the kind with the heavy head and the straight claw, is the perfect melee weapon. It is balanced for all-day swinging. It's designed to drive force into a small point. The claw end can puncture a helmet or a skull, and the blunt end breaks bones through thick clothing. So how do you get one? Go to the hardware store. Buy a decent S-wing hammer. It's a tool that builds shelters during the day and destroys intruders at night. You can carry it openly without looking like a psychopath like the guy walking around with a katana who's definitely going to get shot first. So, here's the bottom line. If you rely 100% on a gun, you are relying on a machine that can fail, ammo that runs out, and a skill set you probably don't have under pressure. When the grid goes down, the world doesn't become a movie. It becomes a dirty, desperate struggle for resources. The survivor isn't the guy with the most attachments on his rifle. It's the guy who can improvise violence using the junk in his garage. If you want to survive the next apocalypse, subscribe to the channel. If you want to be a loot drop for the rest of us, don't. I need your canned peaches anyway. Oh yeah, the music you are listening to was made by me. Please listen to it for a couple of minutes. This is to allow me earn more to make more videos. Thank you.